Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. Now, this coming Sunday, we have the second presidential debate about to kick off. It's going to be epic. Round 2, Trump versus Hillary in St. Louis. Now, the coverage is going to start from 4 to 6, as you can see right here. It'll be live here in the studio. Alex Jones will be doing his normal Sunday broadcast, and then that will roll over to the rest of the crew that will continue to do the live debate coverage as it goes in. Now, we know it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for us here in Austin, and we're going to be following that throughout the entire debate until afterwards. We'll take calls, talk to people, ask them what they think about the debate, so forth and so on, like we normally do. Now, it's going to take place this weekend in St. Louis at Washington University. We're actually going to have reporters Owen Schroyer and Josh Owens on scene there, talking to people outside of that area and getting their opinions on what they think is going to happen beforehand and then after the debate is over. Now, let's talk about how the format's going to be. This time, it's going to be a town hall format, according to the Commission of Presidential Debates. Half the questions will be posed by the audience, and the other half will be posed by the moderators. Now, the moderators for this debate will be Martha Raddatz and Anderson Cooper. Now, Trump has come out today hitting Clinton very hard because her last public appearance was actually at a private fundraiser this past Tuesday, and she is now taking the rest of the week off up until Sunday for the debate for what she says is prep time. Donald Trump has come out and said no, she is taking naps and resting because she is weak and unable to perform. Trump says she wants to build up energy for Sunday night. And you know what? That's fine, but the narrative is so foolish. I'm here for one reason. I love the people of New Hampshire. So we keep seeing this time and time again. Trump is day in and day out going from state to state, meeting with the people. You know, when Louisiana had their floods, where was he at? He was down there helping out. So we've seen this from Trump time and time again, hardly ever sleeping, constantly on the road, out there with the voters, talking to the people, trying to get out his message. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is always taking naps, and she's always looking very sick and ill. Now let's talk about the moderators. We have Martha Raddatz. She is someone who actually had Barack Obama at her wedding a while back. She is also someone who is very heavy on bringing up the birtherism. So we know that's something that could be a huge distraction for the debate come Sunday if she brings that up. Now, we can go in time and time again and show you so many ways that Hillary Clinton is the one that's actually responsible for bringing up the birtherism thing, but I'm sure she'll try to put it on Trump. Now, we have to look at Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper was also part of the Clinton Global Initiative, much like Matt Lauer, who hosted the first town hall between Hillary and Trump. And we all know how that turned out. He got hammered in the media, and then so did Lester Holt after that. Both Martha Raddatz and Anderson Cooper are bickering back and forth, apparently, in many articles talking about how they want to be able to get certain questions in during this debate. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. We have the CIA Mockingbird Anderson Cooper and the birtherism Martha Raddatz going after Donald Trump. Will it be fair, or will it be completely biased like we've seen time and time again? Well, stay tuned for that live coverage that'll be coming up this Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be breaking everything down live as it happens. This has been Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
Welcome back to the Infowars Nightly News. I'm Owen Schroyer, the final segment this week of the Infowars Nightly News, and we are all excited for the presidential debate coming up on Sunday, round 2, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, St. Louis, Missouri, Washington University. And now I'm joined by Margaret Howell and Darren McBreen. Margaret, what are you expecting from this debate?
I'm expecting Hillary to wake up just in time for it. Look, we know how she's prepping. She said she's going to be resting the next several days while Donald Trump, of course, is prepping. It's not really a debate, Owen. It's a town hall. You know,
it's town hall style.
Make sure we add that caveat.
It's a town hall. We've got Martha Raddatz and Anderson Cooper in an ego war at the moment over whose hair is bigger. So, look, what I expect is for him to, totally trump her like he normally does, and we'll get a spewage of lies, which we'll then make fun of. That's what I expect.
Darren, your expectations?
Teamwork. And that is going to be the moderators teaming up with Hillary Clinton against Donald Trump. So I think he learned the hard way from Lester Holt that they're part of the establishment, and he's anti-establishment, so they're going to work together to bring him down. Now, Donald Trump is very comfortable. He feels like he has the advantage because this is, like we're saying, a town.
Right.
Well, it's a town hall style debate. So he could receive questions from the audience. That makes him feel very confident. He's very good in front of a live audience. However, be ready for operatives in the audience and be ready for plants in the audience. We already saw this happen just a couple days ago when Hillary Clinton had a town hall style meeting, and she took questions from a 15-year-old girl that ended up being an operative because she's a child actress.
I'm Brennan, and I'm 15 years old. At my school, body image is a really big issue for girls my age. I see with my own eyes the damage Donald Trump does when he talks about women they look. As the first female president, how would you undo some of that damage and help girls understand that they are so much more than just what they look like?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So as soon as this exchange took place, the mainstream media immediately jumped on it. And this was nationwide on all the channels. They ran with this clip, and they never bothered to make the connection that she is a child actress. Her father is a state senator, and she's even appeared in campaign ads that features Bill Clinton.
Circumstances.
He seems like a great guy, but everything he's talking about happened in the past, way before I was born.
Now, I also want to point out that this isn't the first time that they pulled stunts like this. We could expect it during the next debate as well. But remember, it was about this time last year at the beginning of the campaign when Jeb Bush had his own staffer planted in the audience. I think we're going to roll that one too.
So
and she, there we go, check it out.
Prove me wrong, but I don't think that you're a friend to women.
Women.
I knew I
Now
shouldn't have
listen to
picked
what the
her.
media says.
My mother was one of the great people of the world, maybe the greatest ever.
Did Mom ever stare at you like this?
So again, so she's mad dogging them, and that was played all over the
Right,
mainstream
that's a
media
very-
as well. So we're going to see the same thing. I have a prediction. I think that there's going to be, an illegal alien child in the audience, okay, or a mom with some kids, and they're going to say, Mr. Trump, what's going to happen to my mommy and daddy when you become president? Are you going to send them back to Mexico? Or what?
Well, we know that Kane tried to distort Donald Trump's position regarding Mexicans in the country that don't have legal status. And she's, of course, going to do it again. But they're so flimsy and frail. We make fun of them. But the straw man arguments that they come up with, you think it's actually going to be an audience member this time with a gaggle of kids. Maybe that would sort of
Yeah, I mean, I
push
wouldn't
the
be
narrative.
surprised. There's going to be operatives in the audience, so Trump has to be ready for those type of questions.
And not only do we see the operatives, what we also see is, as you pointed to, what they do is they use one clip and then they roll that on all of the affiliates, all of the CBS, the ABC, the NBC,
And the
Fox.
websites. It'll be all over the Facebook.
And that's
Twitter
what they
all
get.
that.
And like you said, there is no deep research into this. This is the difference between Infowars.com and mainstream television news, folks. They take what they're spoon-fed, regurgitate it to you without any investigation at all. We take things and then investigate and then do a report on it. That's how we're able to expose Hillary Clinton using child actresses to ask her questions at a town hall debate. So I guess another question would be, are they bold enough, and you think they are, to do something like this again, even in the face of being called out on it?
Absolutely. I guarantee you it's going to happen. And, sometimes you hear we're conspiracy theorists because we say that we believe that Hillary Clinton knows every question ahead of time in advance, and she's had plenty of time
It's
to prepare
proven,
for it.
Darren. We uncovered a memo where, she doesn't go into an interview or anything without actually having the questions in front of her to be able to prep them, because the lies are really hard to remember. The truth, you never need to rehearse it. But
Check this out. 1980, the debate, Ronald Reagan versus Jimmy Carter, which was the most watched debate in television history until the last one between Trump and Hillary. During that debate, or I should say before that debate, a Reagan operative actually somehow got to Jimmy Carter's everything, all his research, everything he was going to say beforehand, and they gave it to Ronald Reagan. So Ronald Reagan knew everything Jimmy Carter was going to say ahead of time. That is an advantage. And you tell me
it's
that
also criminal. That's terrible.
well, do what you got to do.
I
But
don't
now
know.
I think that
Hey.
we can't. The media is going to do the same thing for Hillary Clinton. They're on her side.
Well, and we've seen this, and of course, Anderson Cooper is a past member of the Clinton Global Initiative.
And
So
CIA.
it's not like there's
Former
any
CIA.
collusion there. Margaret, do
That
you think?
explains it.
Let me ask you this though. Obviously, the media is going to be in the tank for Donald Trump, but do you think Hillary Clinton is going to be going on the attack, or do you think she's going to pull back, considering it really hasn't helped her in the ratings?
Do I think Hillary Clinton is going to go on the attack? Let me think about that. What do you think? Of course she's going to go on the attack. She's going to spew these
Well,
lies.
she does.
The only thing, she's tried to spitball things against the wall for the past year. Let's call him a racist. Now he's anti-woman. He's anti-uterus. He's anti-X, Y, and Z. Whatever you have, is if it's not male, he hates you. So she's going to try to make that stick. And that whole tired narrative, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's anti-Muslim. I hate the way she says the word. It's very, very annoying to me. Of course she is. Yes, that's all she does, Owen.
You know, I don't know. Again, it's interesting to me. Is the media that bold, and is Hillary that bold that they're going to do the same tricks that they try every time, even though they've been caught red-handed, and they know we're going to call them out on it? They know InfoWars is going to be live on Sunday. They know we're going to be back on
You
Monday.
should have on a red bow, frankly, when you ask her. I mean, obviously, this is not an interactive town hall, but you should have on a red bow.
You know, and that I think is kind of the interesting thing. I'd like to tie a bow on this conversation. Since there are going to be people answering questions, I think this actually provides an element that might be uncontrollable for the Clinton and the media operatives.
We don't think all these people are going to be vetted before they're ever in the audience.
I guess that's the question.
A better question for me is he going to hold back, or is Trump going to be Trump? Like, we saw him in the first debate really put a muzzle on himself, and I really think that hurt him. People were expecting him to come out swinging.
Gloves are coming off.
Gloves are coming off, so
Yep.
that's what we
This
want to
time
see.
he's
We
going
want
to
to see
be in attack mode.
the gloves off, and you know, let's just hope he wears the red power tie and takes the gloves off and doesn't handle her.
Doesn't go blue this time
Doesn't
around?
go blue. You don't go blue. No, you're presidential, and never concede. I was so disappointed. You know, the concession to her. You know, I just want to see Trump be Trump.
Well, it's interesting because there is one more debate. And so perhaps
After this one.
Perhaps after this one. So perhaps Trump is
He's
maybe
stepping
saving
it up
some
a
things
notch.
for the last debate. But if you look at Mike Pence, the reason why he was so successful is because he wasn't aggressive and he didn't go on the attack. He wanted to stick to policy. So maybe Trump tries to take
awesome.
that.
Kane was like a petulant child. 72 times you interrupt someone.
He
72
was bad.
times.
I mean, he was
Pence
like
was great.
like a little kid who couldn't sit still.
It was pretty unbelievable. But hey, you know what? Just like the last presidential debate, there is so much hype surrounding this presidential debate.
And we're going to be live.
And we're going to be live. That's right. You guys will be here. I'll be in St. Louis, and Infowars.com/show is going to have live coverage. It's going to kick off on Sunday at 4 o'clock with the regularly scheduled Alex Jones show. And then it's going to roll right on through past 6 o'clock through the debate. Even afterwards, we'll take your calls live in studio. So be sure to tune in, be sure to call. And if you like the work we're doing here at Infowars.com, please go to InfoWarsStore.com, check out our products, check out the Bill Clinton rape shirt, check out the Hillary for prison shirt, and check out all of our nutraceuticals. That does it for the nightly news tonight. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday.